What's going on, guys? Parker here, and today I got my second video of the day, and today I'm going to give you my predictions for the Celtics Heat game tonight, and I'm going to give you my reasons why I think the Celtics could win tonight, and then I'm going to tell you who I think is going to actually win. So I'm going to tell you how I think the Celtics can extend this series, and then who I think is actually going to win the game tonight, and then tell you my reasonings why behind everything like that. But before we get into this video, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel down below if you're new, as we post daily videos every single day, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up, as that really helps me out a ton. And let me know if you want to see more of this real-life IRL basketball content, not IRL in terms of like me playing, but IRL in terms of not just talking about gambling and stuff and really breaking down the game and stuff like that, because I do happen to know a lot about basketball. But without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So first off, I want to talk about the Boston Celtics defense against Jimmy Butler. Stop the drop coverage is the label here for that. And my reasoning for that is the Celtics simply are running way too much drop coverage versus Butler. If you don't know what drop coverage is, if you're not too familiar with the game of basketball, drop coverage pretty much is sagging off when one defender is so. If you're in a pick and roll, is how I'll explain this. This is better. If you're in a pick and roll, Jimmy Butler's got the ball up top, and then he's getting a screen set from Bam Adebayo. And let's say Jason Tatum's guarding Butler, and Jason Tatum gets the screen set on him, so he's trailing Butler. Instead of Al Horford coming up and immediately getting on top of Butler and hedging him and sending that double, the Celtics have continuously, all series long, let Al Horford just sit back and let Jimmy Butler either get into a mid-range pull-up or find Bam on the roll. And that just can't happen. The Celtics have to switch up their defensive game plan to fully either hedge Butler or commit fully to the trap. They just can't let Butler have room to operate and room to do what he wants to do. That's just not going to work. Jimmy Butler has proven time and time again he's too good of a damn player. And that strategy just doesn't work on Butler because Butler dominates that strategy. And I just don't think that the Celtics can run that drop coverage anymore. What I would like to see the Celtics do is come out in a hard hedge, not a trap, a full-on trap and a hedge. The difference is a hedge, you're pretty much coming out, threatening it, and then you're getting back to your man. I want to see Al Horford or Robert Williams, whatever big is coming up in that hedge, come up, hard hedge it, and then drop back onto your man. And then that'll force Jimmy to pass the ball before he really has to pass the ball. And it won't be just wide open shooters after that because you're just hedging. You're not fully committing to the double team. And I want to see the Celtics do something like that defensively tonight because I just think the way they're trying to just sort of drop coverage one-on-one Jimmy and make him beat you with his jump shot is just a bad strategy because the dude has proven time and time again he's not going to miss, and these three-point shooters have proven time and time again throughout these playoffs they're not going to miss. So it's just a bad strategy. I hope the Celtics come out of that tonight because I do want to see an interesting series. And, yeah, I want them to stop the drop coverage because it's just a bad way to operate. Next up, I'm going to talk a little bit about moving the ball for the Celtics. The Celtics need to move the ball. There's this one possession I saw Ryan Russillo talk about. If you don't know Ryan Russillo, he's my favorite basketball podcaster. He talks a little bit about, he shows this clip where the Celtics run their offense or whatever. Jaylen Brown's got the ball like probably 30 feet away on the wing. He's got the ball out there way behind the three-point line. They run their offense. They run a flare screen for Tatum, and nobody's open. Nobody's open. So Brown, with about 9 seconds left on the shot clock, decides to just shoot the 30-something foot three. And that's just bad offense. That's bad offense. Jaylen Brown has been playing really, really bad in terms of his shot selection all series long. And it's been a problem with the Celtics. Tatum and Brown need to move the ball more around. They really do. Tatum gets stagnant into bad shots a lot. He settles for too many threes. He settles for too many step backs. And Tatum needs to get to the rim. Same thing with Brown. Brown has proven he's elite at getting to the rim. A lot has an elite mid-range jump shot. However, Jaylen Brown settles for a lot of threes that he honestly doesn't hit very often. And both the stars for the Celtics really are settling for too many threes. And that's a big problem with this team. They're not getting open looks. They're just settling for bad step-back looks. And they're not attacking. And I think the problem is their two stars aren't attacking with a purpose. When they're attacking, they're going to the rim for one reason. They're going to force up a shot. They're not attacking thinking get to the rim, or if they double kick, they're not thinking like that. They're just thinking black hole offense, put your head down and attack the rim, and that's just not a good strategy offensively. And now let's get into another topic I want to talk about. I want to talk about how the Heat can win tonight. And my thing for the Heat really is hit your shots and you're going to win this game. That's as simple as that. I really do. Hit your shots like you've been hitting and you're going to win this game. The Heat are obviously the more aggressive team right now. However, you're going to have to take this first punch from the Celtics tonight because I think there's no way in hell that the Celtics come out flat tonight. And if they do, I will be extremely disappointed in them as a whole. I think Joe Mazzulla will need to get fired tomorrow if that happens. However, based off how teams usually come out, like the Lakers yesterday, you got to withstand that initial punch from the Celtics. You have to. This team's going to be desperate. They're going to come out swinging. They're going to come out gunning. And they have more talent on their team. Let's be real. They do. They haven't been the better team. The Heat are obviously the better team that we've seen so far. But the Celtics have more talent. Straight up, 1 through 15, they have more talent. And you're going to have to withstand that initial punch from the Heat. And if they can withstand that initial punch from the Heat, I think if Jimmy Butler's patient and he doesn't force things, which I don't think he will, because I do think he's going to get doubled a lot tonight, find your open shooters. And if those shooters, Kevin Love, Strus, Vincent, all those guys can knock down open threes, I think they will win this game. I do. However, I don't think they're going to hit that many tonight because I think they're going to be trailing from the start. And if they are hitting that many, then it is what it is. They win. Great for the Heat. I want the Heat to win this series. But I'm talking about why the Celtics, I think, have a good shot tonight because I want this series to be more competitive. But I do think the Heat will win this series overall. And obviously, they're up 3-0. And I do want the Heat to win the series. However, my prediction for tonight is going to be Celtics 112-107. Like I said, I think the Heat aren't going to be able to withstand the initial punch. I think the Celtics are going to get up 10 in the first half, take that lead, and get a lead going in this game. And I think they're just going to be able to hold on to it. I think the Heat won't shoot as well as they did the other night, which was like amazingly well. I think they're due for a decently shooting game, not insanely well, just a decent shooting game. And I think that's going to lead to a Celtics win tonight. I think the Celtics are too talented to get swept by this team. I think they're going to play extremely desperate. However, I'm not going to rule out a Jimmy Butler just go off legacy playoff game. I'm not going to rule that out because this guy's burned me so much this year. Not burned me because I've had faith in him, but just like this guy's insane. So I'm not going to rule that out by any means. However, I think if like the things we talked about, the Celtics go into a more of a hard hedge instead of a double or a drop coverage, go into a hard hedge defensively when they're guarding the pick and roll with Jimmy. I think that will be extremely effective. And I think on offense, if they're more patient and their two stars are looking more to facilitate and not just looking to force up bad shots early, like if they're getting their other guys involved with open looks early, obviously the Heat are going to have to reconsider how they're defending those two players. And I think that can help out their team tremendously offensively. So I think if the Celtics do those two things and come out with a really, really passionate aggressiveness and everything like that, I think the Celtics do win tonight and extend the series one more game at least. So I'm going to take the Celtics 112-107 over the Heat tonight. That is my prediction for the game. Let me know down below in the comments what your prediction for this game is and everything like that. If you guys did enjoy this video, like I said, please consider subscribing to the channel down below, as giving this video a big thumbs up. And let me know if you want to see more basketball breakdowns like this, because I will gladly give this to you guys. So let me know down below, and I will see you all on the next.